Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bernice. If you are new here, welcome. If you've been here before, thank you for coming back. Today I'm going to show you guys how to make some delicious chile rellenos the way I like to make them. I'm serving them with rice and I'm using California green chilies, I think they're called, or just Anaheim peppers. I usually use poblano peppers, which is my favorite way to make them. My mom made them that way. I grew up eating them that way, like I said, but when these chilies are on sale and I find them, I actually found these at my local food city, and they get New Mexican hatch chili. These are not New Mexican, but they do get New Mexican hatch chili. I think it comes one day, like in August, September? Somewhere around there, I'm not too sure, but it comes, and when it does, we take advantage and we get it. But these are not New Mexican chilies, but they look like it. Anywho, those are the ones that I'm using today. I will show you guys in the video what the chilies look like. I'll show you the sauce that I make, the way I make them, and yeah. So anyway, subscribe to my channel, give me some thumbs up if you like it. Make sure to try it and tag me on any of your social medias if you do try this recipe. So let's get on to, I want to show you guys what they look like. So they look like so. Let me show you. Woohoo. My plate's a little messy, sorry. Alright guys, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. I actually didn't record the part where I roasted the chilies, but basically you just wash them really good and you put them on a comal to roast. You can also roast them on your grill or grill them, whatever way is gonna be easier for you, but obviously the comal in your kitchen is probably the easiest. So once they're done roasting beautifully on both sides, you're gonna throw them in a bag like I showed you in the beginning, and then you're going to just let them sweat out. The longer you let them sit, the better and easier it is to peel. So I'm basically just peeling the chiles. As you could see, once they've sweat out, it's so easy. The skin comes off very easy. So you just peel all of them, and you're gonna lay them on a plate with a napkin just so it can soak up all the moisture. All right guys, and now I'm going to show you the cheese that I'm using, which is Monterey Jack, but there is people who use queso fresco, there's people who use the Colby Jack, which is the yellow and the Monterey Jack mixed together. It's really up to you. I have Monterey Jack. I've also used mozzarella, so it really just depends on the cheese that you want to use, and I went ahead and used Monterey Jack. And I'm now going to show you how to add the cheese to your chilies. So basically you make a small little slit on the top. A lot of people wash the chili and they take the seeds out. These chilies are not spicy at all, so I just leave the seeds in there, but you can totally open up the chili and take the seeds out and wash it. I also don't wash it because I feel like it takes the roasting flavor away, but this is, again, your step. You can definitely wash it, take the seeds out. However, I don't, so I'm just showing you how I make it. And then I make, off of that small pocket, I add the cheese right to it. And I try to make sure that there's cheese throughout the whole chile. As you can see, these are pretty skinny, so I just try to make sure that there's cheese all the way down and just on the top. So I'm showing you there what it looks like. And that's how all your chilies should look after you've stuffed them. All right, so now for the sauce part, you're gonna need a jalapeno, tomatoes, and onion. And it's up to you and how much you're making. As you can see, I was making 4 chile rellenos. So basically, I'm gonna use 1 jalapeno. Plus, these jalapenos are super spicy, so it just turns out perfect. So you wanna dice it up just like so. And then your onion as well, you wanna dice it up just like that. Small pieces, bite-sized pieces, and if you don't like onion, you can skip that. And then your tomatoes, same way. You're just gonna cut them just like so. And then you have your little bandera mexicana, and that's your chile, your onions. Just set it to the side because that's gonna be for later. So now we're gonna go ahead and make the coating or the batter for the chile relleno. So I like to take it as 2 chiles for 1 egg. So I have 4 chiles, so I'm gonna do 2 eggs. And I thought it was super funny that this egg had 2 yolks in it. So you just kind of take out the egg whites like so. And if you do drop like I did, take your shell, because that's the only thing that's going to get it out of there. If you try to use a spoon, it's not going to work. So take your shell and take it out. But basically, you're trying to take the yolk out and not put it in there, just your egg whites, okay? All right, and then here I'm showing you that while I'm doing the batter, you want to preheat your skillet, and that's my favorite skillet to use for my chile rellenos. It's just a cast iron skillet, and I've coated it with oil, and it's your favorite oil. I'm using Masola, but you can use whatever oil you like. All right, so now with my blender, I am blending, or sorry, not my blender, my mixer. I'm mixing my 2 egg whites, and it's basically just gonna fluff up, and it will turn into that. It'll be stiff. It'll be movable, but stiff. And then I also showed you that I inserted my chiles into the microwave. You can skip this step if you don't like using the microwave. However, I put it in there because, as you can see, I'm not using any toothpicks to close or seal the chiles. So you're basically, the cheese is basically going to use that seal for you. Okay, and then now I am showing you that I'm going to pour a little bit of Muscisan and a little bit of this baking powder into this batter. The baking powder is basically going to give your egg batter a nice fluff, and then this is going to season it. So it's just not, you're already gonna season your sauce, but you do wanna season that a bit. And then I went ahead and threw the yolks, the egg that had the 2 yolks. So I didn't use all 3 of them. I only used 2. So 1 per egg, obviously. And then you blend that. Okay, so then here, guys, this step I'm showing you because I've seen a lot of people do it, and I kind of wanted to see what the difference was. To be quite honest with you guys, I have never used the flour before. I always just grab the chili, dip it into my batter, and then fry it. However, my best friend did a YouTube video on how she made hers, and she used flour. So I want to try it, and I want to see if it sticks better, if it works. I just wanted to try it. So basically, you roll the chile into the flour, and then if I wasn't using the flour like I normally don't, I just stick it into the batter. And then you place your chile into your skillet there, as you can see. And there's me putting another chile, just showing you how I kind of lay it down. I use my fingers, and it turns out pretty right. You just need a napkin very often and clean your hands very well. So the chiles are frying. You fry it for a couple minutes until you see that it's golden brown on each side, like so. And then I got another plate with another napkin, and just to let the oil drain out. All right, so now for the sauce that I make for the top of the chiles, I took just a regular skillet. I grabbed about 2 tablespoons of the oil that I used. You can use clean oil, but I just figured this is the oil from the chiles. That's why there's like little pieces of cheese or whatnot there is on it. And then I added my onions and my jalapeno, because those are going to need to cook down first. Those are the 2 hardest vegetables. So after like 2 minutes or so, I added my tomatoes, and then the tomatoes are just gonna let all of their juices. All right, and then if you don't like garlic, you can skip this part, but I did add about a tablespoon tip of garlic. This just gives it major flavor, but it's totally up to you if you want to add this or not. You can skip that. Like I said, you don't have to do the onions. This is just, it gives it so much flavor to your chiles, and it's delicious. So now I'm going to add about 3 tablespoons of flour. Now the flour is depending on you and how thick you want your sauce. I want it a little runny, not too thick. I'll show you what my sauce turns out like with the 3 tablespoons of it. So you kind of cook the flour in just so it doesn't taste floury for about 2 minutes or so. Then you're gonna add a can of tomatoes. So I'm using, as you can see, I had a really big can of tomatoes. So just think of the tomato packets with just 1, or the small tomato cans. So you don't have to put the whole thing of tomato sauce. And then you're going to add about 2 cups of water. So about a cup or so on each chile should be fine. Half a cup on each chile, sorry. And then there I'm showing you, I got a tablespoon of nor suiza, or the chicken bouillon, and then I got the tomato bouillon, and then I'm going to throw a bay leaf. This I do if I have bay leaves, which I always do, but if I don't have it, I don't need to add it. It just gives it a nice aroma, and it's awesome, trust me. All right, so for the plating, I always like to pair my chile rellenos with rice, but you can do rice and beans, totally up to you. This is the consistency and what the sauce turned out like. If you add a little more flour, it'll be a little thicker. It's totally up to you. I've also seen that some people cook their chilies into the sauce, but I like to do them like so. I grew up with my mom making them like this, so I really hope that you guys get to try and make these, and if you do, tag me on your social medias. I also hope that you enjoyed this small video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.